Listen, I'm going to tell you how bad Crown Point is. I just went outside to smoke a cigarette and I got arrested. Like, seriously, like, it was awful. Luckily my lawyer is Jewish, so I was booked and released in like 10 minutes. Like, it worked out just great. Maybe, yeah, maybe, definitely.
They heard Ebony and they're like, shit.
That's the signal, that's like the bad signal. So, I gotta get back, I'm on work release right now, so just calm down.
Sorry.
Are you guys enjoying the show? Okay, I just want you guys to make just a little bit more noise than that. Are you guys enjoying the show? Anybody out here who likes to make love doggy style? Make some noise. Don't be embarrassed. Make some noise. Make some noise. Okay, I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because number one, I respect women. Just so you know. I like to look into their eyes. Like, I like to look into their eyes, deep in their eyes. One time, I was with a girl, and we were performing coitus. Doggy style. Yeah, that's the technical term. You guys have been really sad-faced the whole time. I want to sit down and talk to you real quick. Because you guys have been really sad. Hi, how are you doing? My name is Kobe Bryant. What's your name? What's your name? High five! Sarah's in the house. What? You can tell your real name now. Like, fuck it. What's your name? What? Amy! It's my baby's mother name. I don't like you. But anyway, so we're performing coitus, which is the technical term for it. And I'm doing it doggy style. And I'm just not liking it. Like, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just like, oh my God, like, seriously, like, stop winking at me. And she's like, I'm not winking at you, my eyes are closed. And I'm like, no, not those eyes, that eye. Like, stop winking at me. Like, seriously, the brown eye. And she's like, what do you mean, my brown eyes? My eyes are blue. Because I'm Kobe Bryant. So, I'm like, no, like, the brown eye, like, that, you don't know, like, different names for asshole? Like, you don't know that? Like, I thought you were smart. And she's like, no, I'm totally smart. Like, I totally went to Northwestern, and I was like, really? Because I'm fucking you doggy style, so you might as well went to Robert Morris College. So, that's how I feel about that. How you doing, Rob? 2 minutes? Really? It's a long time. What? I don't even have the list, but I can do the list. Yes. Yes, sir. Emily, we have a question for you. We're going to do a Q&A right now, just so you know. How you doing? I'm Phil Donahue. What's your question, sir?
What did you do to her left knee?
Oh, what did you do to your left knee? Doesn't have anything to do with coitus, does it? Alright, what did you do to your left knee?
My puppy attacked me.
Her puppy attacked her. See, that's when you can use Michael Vick. That's when you can use Michael Vick. When your puppy attacks you, just bring him over. He's like the dog whisperer. Oh, we hate Michael Vick, but he's such an awesome quarterback. Like, relax, it's fine.
Good question, Vino. Good question.
Oh, we got a question over here? Alright. What's the question? Oh, this is from the Macedonian that I attended earlier. What's the question, sir?
I don't have no question. No question.
He ain't got no question. Vino, you have a fucking question. I know you personally, but you got a motherfucking question. Ask it. Was that like an impression of a black guy right now? That was real serious. Like, what? Are you Martin Lawrence? Calm down. Like, Martino Lawrence. Is that how that works? Oh, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, professional. Like, El Professor. Like, Martin. Okay, I got you. Are we ready? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to bring up your headline comedian. Now, I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm not sure if she knows this story or remembers the story or not. When I first started doing, like, open mic comedy in Shubas, I saw Lauren Vino go. And when I saw her go, like, you know, you get in the whole thing, like, I like really, like, girls with, like, really good senses of humor. So I was like, I had an immediate crush on her all day. So we went to Shubas, and she was sitting on a couch, kind of like that. And I sat, it was packed, and I sat on the arm of it, And I was sitting there and I'm like, what can I say to her? What can I say to her? And then as I was thinking, what can I say to her? I farted. Now, as I farted, I remembered this day for the rest of my life. And I went home and I was friends with her on Facebook, so I sent her a message saying, hey, I'm the black guy that farted on you at Shula's. And she never answered me back. Thank God she answered me back tonight because she's going to make you guys laugh. You can see her at Zany's on the 18th. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Lauren Vino.
Give it up for Keith and all your comics tonight, you guys. And give it up for his fart, because I clearly didn't smell it. Like, you know. Great. I'm really excited.
Really?
I got, like, I've never had, like, a backup, like, sort of band of, like, really cute girls. So give it up for that. I'm excited. I've never been to Crown Point. You guys have a lot of really cute ladies. So, yeah. Give it up for the good-looking chicks of Crown Point. I'm proud of you all. I'm excited to be here. Before I get into my jokes, I want to share with you guys a little fun fact. Something I just learned today, actually, on my way over here. Fun fact, if a barista asks you what brings you to Starbucks, and you answer, to get the taste of dick out of my mouth, your coffee's free. They don't advertise it. It works. It's true. So try it. Trust me on that one. I'm in a great mood, if you guys couldn't tell. I've been celebrating a lot of things. One of that, my best friend just got married, which is awesome. Yeah. I had to go to the wedding, though. I had to get a gift. I got them Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Nice.
So when they fight, their domestic violence is fun. Like. Doesn't have to be a big old scary mess, right? But it's a silly gift, and I wanted to get like a silly card to go with it. And I learned there's no such thing as funny wedding cards. Did you guys know this? Have you ever looked? Like, I searched everywhere, and it was crazy to me. It was like society needs funny wedding cards, but more importantly, this is a completely untapped market. Like, I'm gonna get rich writing hilarious wedding cards. That's what I'm thinking. Went home, sat down, tried to write them. Took a really dark turn really quickly. I ended up just giving them a card that says, at least you're not going to die alone, and a picture of me crying. They laughed because they were uncomfortable, but it works. I'm single now. Thank you. I wasn't always. I was in one of those long distance relationships for a while. Has anyone ever been in one? Yeah? I know. But it's like if you're in one and you tell people that, it's like they don't even hear you're in a relationship.
Not long distance, girl.
They hear you're an idiot.
That's less than it.
Fair enough. I was an idiot. I've been an idiot plenty of times. But no, I was also in one of those relationships that was like really fast and really intense, where the dude says I love you right away, which should have been a red flag, I admit, but I'm lonely, I fell for it. I was like, oh, he said I love you, and he didn't even have a boner. That's how you know it's real. Like, they mean it. And then he wanted me to meet his family, like, right away. And you guys, I don't know if you could tell, but like, I'm not the kind of girl you want to introduce to your parents. I'm more the kind of girl you want to introduce to your buddy who's in town and looking for mushrooms. I like that. Oh, I made friends just now. No, I like that girl. I'm comfortable as that girl. But I did it. I met this dude's family. We broke up like right after. But I guess what I learned is that like my favorite thing about breakups, at least like nowadays, is like the crazy breakup text messages you send back and forth. Like it's already over, but you have to keep communicating until you're both insane. Like that sort of correspondence. I love all crazy text messages. I do, but I love crazy breakup text messages. I think it's just because I love how they evolve from like, I'll always love you, I fucking hate you, I'm on your roof. It escalates pretty quickly, is my point. But so, I'm a single gal. Who's single, ladies? Or guys, too, I mean. Okay, this next joke is that, like, as a single gal, I don't know if this happens to any of you guys, but, like, I'll often go out, and I'll come home drunk and alone, and I'll get in my head, and I'll get in this debate where it's kind of an existential crisis, where I have to make this choice between pizza and dick. What are we having? Who are we gonna call? So one such night, I'm having this debate, right? I come home, I'm having this debate, and before I make my choice, I pass out. Okay? And I wake up the next morning to neither pizza nor a dude, but I did have a voicemail from my latest fling that was just like, "Hey Lauren, sorry Mr. Call. You left me a voicemail at 3 in the morning ordering a small cheese pizza?" Not sure what that meant. Calling you back. Click. And all I could think was, what kind of call did I make to the pizza place? I can never order from there again, right? Or I should order from there exclusively. Like, they just know me as the girl who's real into sausage and pepperoni puns. It's fine. It's cool. So who has to work tomorrow? Give it up for yourselves coming out. I have to work tomorrow. I've had a lot of weird day jobs. I was a nanny for a little bit. It was interesting. The kid I watched, she was a 6-year-old girl, and she knew I was a comedian. And one day she actually asked me if being funny would make a boy like her. Oh, I know. I didn't have the heart to tell her that this is all a lie to trick ugly people into developing personalities. So I taught her an Elmer Fudd impression. It's fine. No. Like, I'm not saying you have to feel ugly to be a comedian. I'm just saying it helps. That's my point. No, that joke kind of comes off as like anti-ugly, and it's not. Like, I mean, I'm not shallow. It's not how I was brought up. I don't know about you guys, but I was raised weird-looking. Anyone else? No? Yeah? And a big part of me still feels like that little girl with one eyebrow who just can't grow a neck. You know? It's cool. Self-esteem makes you boring. It's fine. Doing well with it. No, I think it's much harder to be an ugly kid than an ugly adult, because kids are so mean. And like, when you're an ugly kid, you don't just walk around with a target on your back. Like, you have a target on your face. Like, it is your face. Like, so prior to puberty, I had a real bad case of target face, is what I'm saying. Real bad. And but it didn't upset me as much as like after a while I just got really angry with adults for like doling out this like fake reassurance that being different's beautiful, because even as a kid I was like, fuck no, it's not. Like, you know, I just would have respected my elders a lot more if they sat me down and were like, hey kid, we don't know how it's gonna work out, but sometimes ugly ducklings just grow into uglier ducks. Like, why don't you work on that personality, kid? Like, so I nannied. I quit. Like, I just wasn't cut out for the job. Like, they like me, but like, I'm just not the kind of person that's cut out for like, I can't get in a 20-minute argument with a 6-year-old about why she has to wear underwear to the park when I'm not wearing any. Like, exactly. It's exhausting, right? Like. And like when I quit, they got mad at me. They like, because they wanted like a cool nanny that does stand-up comedy. And for the parents out there, you don't want someone cool helping take care of your kids. Like, you want someone who's not going to get high before picking them up at school, and I'm not that girl. Who smokes weed? Where are my weed smokers at? Thanks. So are cops really bad here? Am I gonna get arrested? After this joke, I'm white. I'm fine, according to. I was smoking weed with some comics after a show, and like I was smoking in my car, and I opened up the center console of my car, and there's just like my weed, condoms, and a toothbrush. I was like, awesome! Like all I need is a loaded gun, and I'm ready for anything. Great. How did I become this strange breed of slutty Boy Scout? Yeah.
Never know.
Throw me in the woods. I'll fuck my way out. It's fine. It's cool.
Starbucks is not open 24/7, okay?
Currently I'm not a nanny anymore, thank God. I do have a day job. I work with anorexics. It's a treatment facility. It's not Abercrombie or some bullshit. There are patients, not my coworkers. I mean, sure, I've been anorexic, but never professionally. That really always makes people uncomfortable. No, my job's actually made me a lot more honest about the fact that when I was younger, I had like a mild eating disorder, and this makes everybody weird when I talk about it, which I don't really think it's a big deal, but I asked my buddy about it, and he's like, Lauren, it's because we feel bad. I was like, dude, do not feel bad for me because I was anorexic. It was the happiest time of my life. Seriously, if you're gonna feel bad for me at all, feel bad for me now. Like, now I eat and I have real problems. Like farts and adult acne. Like, things that happen when you put shit that tastes good into your body. But this is kind of weird, having an eating disorder, it's not about being skinny, it's about being crazy. And like when I learned at my craziest, which was interesting, was like no one ever really worried about me because I never really looked that sick. And the whole experience like really taught me that like no one takes your starvation seriously when you still have boobs. Like you lose those, then people are like, oh, she looks sick, we should help her. But until that, you take your tits elsewhere, anorexics. No one cares. People get uncomfortable with that joke, but I told it for a reason, because it's relevant to this story. I recently had the privilege of performing in a women's prison. Thank you. True story, Dwight Women's Correctional Facility. I was super excited about it. I did this for free on my day off. I went out there, I knew nothing about it. I'm just like, yeah, prison, super badass. I get there, I find out I'm performing in church in prison at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Just like Johnny Cash, right? Like, real fucking badass. So as the show's going on, it becomes painfully clear that I'm not just performing in front of the well-behaved prisoners. I'm performing in front of the just found Jesus prisoners. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but I kind of have this like godless white girl vibe you pick up on instantly. They weren't into it. So like I go up there, I tell my anorexic jokes, they hate me, and it's like I go there, I have this like, I'm completely excited, completely non-judgmental of going to this prison, and these fucking women judge me. Like, you all done meth and are wearing the same outfits. Fuck you guys. Like, I was pissed. But like I do my set and I can't leave. I just have to, because we're in prison, like I don't want to walk around without it. So I just have to sit there and like feel awful. And then the headliner goes up. And she's like this Christian female comic who also happens to be a larger black woman. And she calls me out after I fucking bomb in church prison, you guys. She calls me out, she's like, oh, this anorexic over here, Paris Hilton. She called me Paris Hilton, you guys. Like, which is really the most racist thing you can call someone like me. Like, what, you really couldn't think of another skinny white girl whose head's too big for her body? Like, that's what we're going with? It's not like I got up there and called you precious, jerk. She called herself that in her opening joke, but I somehow wound up the asshole. So that was prison. Here's something, change gears, big news. I joined OkCupid today. Do you guys know what this is? The free online dating? It's basically like Groupon for fucking. That's all OkCupid is. I like being single, but I hate dating, which is a weird combination. Because people like make you feel like you're supposed to, at least as a woman, like dating because you get like, you're supposed to get food and drinks and self-esteem. And I'm just like, I'm not good at it. I'm like, I've tried and I'm just not gonna do it anymore because I think for me the problem with dating is that like, oh, did you hurt yourself?
I felt that.
I hit my head on things all the time. I don't know. Probably because it's too big for my body. But it needs to rest. But no. So dating, like I guess my dating is that I've realized that I'm so lazy. I don't even like going out with my real friends anymore. Would you expect me to put on makeup and a bra for some dude I might have pity sex with? Like, I don't think so. I'm not a sucker. Like, if I really need a free dinner, I'll shoplift from Whole Foods. I'm done. Like, done. So when you are like me though and you hate dating, you get in the bad habit of sleeping with your friends, which is really working out for me because I don't like having all those friends anyways. That's a bummer joke. It dates back to college. But so I've actually been getting laid recently. This is not my boyfriend, but it's exciting. See this? I've been sitting with this dude who's really interested in my comedy, but I'm really interested in writing jokes about how he's not smart. So it's going well. No, like he's so dumb, you guys. He'll just send me text messages out of nowhere that just say "yeah" and like 5 exclamation points for no reason. It's adorable. It's the best relationship I've ever been in. No, I accidentally did almost tell him I loved him when I don't even like him. Let me explain. It was like one of those you're like caught up in the moment, like and you're like dirty talking, where it's like you're like, dude, like I love how you do something disgusting to my body, or I love something disgusting about your body, etc. You know. By the way, I say etc. way too much during dirty talk. It's weird. Pull my hair, etc. We can really clear a room with that. Do you guys dirty talk? No? Okay. If you want to try it, when you feel like it, do what you will. Like it's none of my business. But like, can we do something about the phrase "I want to be inside you"? Like, can we shut that shit down? Because to me, it fails to specify that you're talking about naughty parts. So saying "I want to be inside you" sounds less like I'm gonna get laid and more like I'm gonna get hollowed out and worn around. Sorry to ruin your mind, dudes, but something about you rolling around in a flesh suit of me is not a turn on. No. Put your pants back on, Buffalo Bill. All right. Cool. So here's something. A little embarrassing to admit, but I'll talk about it. I recently moved back home with my parents. You don't have to clap for that. It wasn't because I wanted to save money. It was because I got my heart broken and wanted to render myself completely unfuckable. It's fine. It didn't take. It's cool. We're good. But now I'm in an unfortunate position where like I'm trying to have like a healthy adult sex life under my parents' roof, which is uncomfortable. It's extra weird for me because I have no sense of context because the last time I lived at home, I was in high school. And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't have sex in high school. I was a late bloomer, I had a Jesus-y phase and eating disorder, I was busy. There was no food going in, dick wasn't going to slip by. It doesn't work that way. I'm glad you guys like that. People usually are weirded out. But no, I've been trying to date though, and I've been trying to like feel better about my living situation and put myself out there, and I think I've nailed it, you guys. I've been exclusively sleeping with dudes who also live with their parents. Thank you. That's how you can always pick out the dudes who still live with their parents in the crowd by their reaction. So there's a lot of twin bed sex happening in my life, you guys. And this time, no one's in college. It's weird. But so this happened. I was sleeping at this dude's house, and I woke up the next day, and I was tiptoeing to the bathroom, and I ran into his mom on her way to work.
That sucks.
I know, and I look at her, and my body, as if to say, I'm not a real whore, instantly farted. This ass wasn't paid to be here. Not a pro move on my part. It wasn't. Thank you. Before that, I've had a lot of dude roommates. I live with guys. And my old roommate I found on Craigslist. Has anyone ever done this? It was my first time. It was educational. situational. It was weird, like, because I never lived with someone I wasn't friends with first, and like going to meet these prospective roommates, it's like going to this bizarre job interview where like I overemphasize my positive attributes and I underemphasize the amount of time I spend pantsless. Home's a place for no pants, is my point. You guys agree. But I like my old roommate. He was also like a guy, single and attractive. So to my friends, it became not like a bet of if, but when I will sleep with him. It doesn't say a lot about your judgment when your friends start betting against it. By the way, like come on, you guys. I don't want to put myself in a situation where my sexual indiscretions render me homeless. Like, hey Lauren, how'd you wind up homeless? Fucking. Most arrogant homeless person ever, you guys. My roommate though, my guy roommate actually turned out to be kind of a little bitch, to be honest. He kind of sucked. He would get mad at me over everything, and like, this is embarrassing, but my roommate, he got mad at me for having sex too loudly. And that's always awkward with a roommate because they're looking for an apology and you're looking for a high five. You know? Like, Lauren, you were really loud last night. Yeah, it was, buddy. Woo, up top. No? Fuck you, still in an awesome mood. Like, why you gotta be jealous of my good time, you know? But yeah, I'll admit it, I am a sexually adventurous lady. You guys have picked up on that by now, but there are some things I won't do. Number one on that list, I won't give roadhead. It's not because I'm some sort of a prude. Don't boo. Let me explain. It's not about like being a prude. It's about the fact that roadhead is dangerous. And I don't want to die with a dick in my mouth. Don't think I need another reason. Because let's think about it here. Like in the history of roadhead, that's had to have happened more than once, which is too many times as far as I'm concerned. But I keep obsessing over this scenario, like if this were to happen and if I were to die this way, like what would be my confidentiality rights? Like would they tell my parents I died in a fiery car wreck or a fiery slut wreck? They'd cry either way, but for clearly different reasons, you know? I'm gonna get out of here soon. You guys have been great, but I told that joke. We're just gonna keep getting grosser, so just hang on. I told that roadhead joke because I did come the closest I ever came to giving roadhead. I gave a blowjob in a cab. I'm not proud of this, but it's like, but it was in New York City. Like somehow that makes it less gross. I don't. Like let me say this. It's kind of more gross, but like something like here that would be pretty fucking trashy. There is just so Sex in the City. You know. Sex in the City fans, ladies, am I right? I get in some trouble because I love the show, but like I do have one criticism about it. Like Sex in the City was like this iconic show, and there were these 4 characters, and they're all supposed to be different. And the idea is that like every woman in the audience would have a different personality to relate to. Like that's kind of the idea. And my problem with Sex in the City was always that I never related to any of them. And I just really would have connected a lot more to this like iconic series if there was a 5th character that was just like poor and gross, you know? Like she doesn't have to drink Cosmos. She snuck PBRs in her purse. I want to be the 5th character on Sex in the City. Are you okay? Did you hit yourself again? It's fine. You're gonna be okay. I'm gonna leave you guys, like, I'm gonna get out of here shortly. I'm gonna do this one last story, which is super weird, but it's my favorite. But before I get to leave, please give it up for one more time for all your comics tonight. And Rob, for having us out here. It's really been a pleasure. I'm gonna peek and make sure I didn't miss any jokes. Nope, got him. Nailed it. Now, I do this, I'm sure we all do this, where I I go on the internet a lot with my health problems. Like you Google something, and it's a terrible, terrible idea. Lately, this problem I've been running into is that like every time I Google something that's wrong with my body, the next word on the drop-down menu is always pregnant. So you don't know my life. Eat a dick, Google. But I've never actually been pregnant. But I thought I was pregnant hundreds of times. Is that too many? No? I have a pregnancy scare every time a child makes eye contact with me. I'm insane. So my biggest pregnancy scare I ever had, I'll share this with you guys. It was in college. It was a couple years ago. And what was interesting about that was my best friend at the time also thought she was pregnant. And it was just so nice, not because we were going to be moms or anything, but because now I had someone to get an abortion with. Oh, come on, it's not like the dude's going to go. Like, did you cry in front of him? Now he wants to text you back. It happens. But now it's not a sad abortion. It's a girl's day. Let's get on pregnant and her hair did. See, I warned you about that joke being weird because I usually get a lot of groans with that. Like, that can sometimes really upset people. And it's not like I don't think of it as an upsetting joke, you know? I think it's a story about going through something stressful and being happy that I had a partner. And then I thought, I bet her fetuses would have felt the same way. No! It's still a happy thing. Because they would have gotten to go off together and do cool ghost baby shit we don't even know about. I'm not pro-choice, I'm pro-buddy system. And I'm radically pro-ghost babies. Yeah, ghost babies! Spread it around, you guys. I'm Lauren Vino. I'm on Facebook and Twitter. Please find me. You guys are wonderful. I've had a great time tonight. I love you all. Thank you.
Did you guys have fun? Please tell me you guys had fun. Did you have fun? Sweet deal. Again, I want to thank Milt and Manoli. Thank you. I feel like fucking Little John with this right now. Like, yeah! Huh? I don't know. I'm black, so I break the rules. I don't know. Huh? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. You gotta open the window now? Oh, I feel bad. Alright, well, that was our headliner. This is the end of the show. Please stay and have drinks all night. Give Milton Manoli money. That would be great. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys so very, very much. We do appreciate it. And
that's it. We're out. It's cool. You guys have a good night, alright? Listen. I'm going to tell you how bad Crown Point is. I just went outside to smoke a cigarette and I got arrested. Like seriously, like it was awful. Luckily my lawyer is Jewish, so I was booked and released in like 10 minutes. Like it worked out just great. Maybe, yeah, maybe, definitely.
They heard Ebony and they're like, shit.
That's the signal. That's like the bad signal. So I gotta get back. I'm on work release right now, so just calm down. Sorry. Are you guys enjoying the show? Okay, I just want you guys to make just a little bit more noise than that. Are you guys enjoying the show? Anybody out here who likes to make love doggy style? Make some noise. Don't be embarrassed. Make some noise. Make some noise. Okay, I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because number one, I respect women. I first started doing like open mic comedy in Shula's. I saw Lauren Vino go. And when I saw her go, like, you know, you get the whole thing, like I like really like girls with like really good senses of humor. So I was like, I had an immediate crush on her all day. So we went to Shuba's, and she was sitting on a couch, kind of like that, and I sat, it was packed, and I sat on the arm of it, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, what can I say to her? What can I say to her? And then as I was thinking, what can I say to her? I farted. Now, as I farted, I remember this day for the rest of my life. And I went home, and I was friends with her on Facebook, so I sent her a message saying, hey, I'm the black guy that farted on you at Shuba's. And she never answered me back. Thank God she answered me back tonight, because she's going to make you guys laugh. You can see her at Zany's on the 18th. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Vino. Just so you know, I like to look into their eyes. Like, I like to look into their eyes, deep in their eyes. One time, I was with a girl, and we were performing coitus. Doggy's like, yeah, that's the technical term. You guys have been really sad-faced the whole time. I'm going to sit down and talk to you real quick. Because you guys have been really sad. Hi, how are you doing? My name is Kobe Bryant. What's your name? What's your name? High five! Sarah's in the house. What? You can tell your real name now. Like, fuck it. What's your name? What? Amy! It's my baby's maiden name. I don't like you. But anyway, so we're performing coitus, which is the technical term for it. And I'm doing it doggy style. And I'm just not liking it. Like, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just like, oh my God, like, seriously, like, stop winking at me. And she's like, I'm not winking at you, my eyes are closed. And I'm like, no, not those eyes, that eye. Like, stop winking at me. Like, seriously, the brown eye. And she's like, what do you mean, my brown eyes? My eyes are blue. Because I'm Kobe Bryant. So, I'm like, no, like, the brown eye, like, that's, you don't know, like, different names for asshole? Like, you don't know that? Like, I thought you were smart. And she's like, no, I'm totally smart. Like, I totally went to Northwestern, and I was like, really? Because I'm fucking you doggy style, so you might as well went to Robert Morris College. So, that's how I feel about that. How you doing, Rob? 2 minutes? Really? It's a long time. Right? I don't even have the list, but I can do the list. Yes. Yes, sir. Emily, we have a question for you. We're going to do a Q&A right now, just so you know. How you doing? I'm Phil Donahue. What's your question, sir?
What did you do to her left knee?
Oh, what did you do to your left knee? Doesn't have anything to do with coitus, does it? Alright, what did you do to your left knee?
My puppy attacked me.
Her puppy attacked her. See, that's when you can use Michael Vick. That's when you can use Michael Vick. When your puppy attacks you, just bring him over. He's like the dog whisperer. Oh, we hate Michael Vick, but he's such an awesome quarterback. Like, relax, it's fine.
Good question, Vino. Good question.
Oh, we got a question over here? Alright. What's the question? Oh, this is from the Macedonian that I attended earlier. What's the question, sir?
I don't have no question. No question.
He ain't got no question.
Vino, you have a fucking question. I know you personally, but you got a motherfucking question. Ask it.
Was that like an impression of a black guy right now? That was real serious. Like, what? Are you Martin Lawrence? Calm down. Like, Martino Lawrence. Is that how that works? Martin. Oh, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, professional. Like, El Professor. Like, Martin. Okay, I got you. Are we ready? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to bring up your headline comedian. Now, I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm not sure if she knows this story or remembers the story or not. When I first